welcome. Good afternoon, good evening, Eva Müller.
Hi, Florian.
So we are not that far away, I mean, globally speaking. I'm right now in Munich, in a beer garden actually here.
Mm,
Very
nice.
beautiful. And you are in Austria, also
hmm
in the mountains, possibly, yeah?
Yeah, we have mountains. Yeah, so there are mountains around. So I basically live in the middle of Austria. It's very
Yes.
green and mountains, and yeah, yeah.
So, okay, we come together because, yeah, recently I contacted you about the Thinking In Festival, a meditation festival in the middle of Germany, and very in a very uncomplicated way, you immediately said, "Yeah, that's cool. I'm coming." So,
Yeah, yeah. I was very excited. I was very excited when I read your email. So yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to
yeah, but
be part
that's
of it.
so interesting for me, that you were so excited. And has it to do with the fact that a lot of your work so far has been digital?
Yes, yes, on the one hand, but also because I became a mother recently. So last summer, I
I see.
just didn't think that I would do live events. I have done some before, but I just didn't think doing some so soon again. It just didn't come up. But since you asked me, I was like, yeah, why actually not? So
Okay,
yeah, so this
okay,
is why I was very excited. Yeah,
right,
definitely.
cool. So congratulations on your child.
Yeah, thanks.
Um, Now, um, basically, the connection came through the POK community, perfectly okay. So you have also done some core sessions there, I think.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that
Over the
right?
past probably 1.5 years, I've done a few course sessions. Yeah.
Right. So you know
hmm
Paddy Levine and the people from POK and so.
hmm
So how did you come across perfectly okay in the first place?
Yeah, so one of their members was part of my sessions, so she came to my sessions quite regularly, and then she asked me if I would be interested to come on BOK and do a course session, and I was like, yeah, of course, and this is how it all started. So, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
and she
So
hosts me till that day, so she hosted me all the time now, so I'm very
that's
grateful for that. Yeah,
right, right.
yeah.
So your sessions, I mean, it is quite impressive because like when you do your energy healing sessions, I think we can call them,
hmm
there is yeah a few hundred people coming online actually.
Yeah, I have a free meditation. It's on Zoom and it's on every Thursday. And yeah, it depends. Every time there's a different amount of people, but of course, there are many people coming every week and we meditate together. And it's very amazing because when they come regularly, their system becomes more open and expanded and healed
Yes.
and cleared, and their consciousness rises. And so the group in general is a very, very strong group, and the energies that come in are then can be even perceived in a stronger way and can do more work on our systems and also on the collective consciousness level. So it's really amazing group. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean that's I think the crucial motivation also why I started this in-person event, the Sinking In Festival, which by the way will take place from July 14th to July 20th, 2025. Because like I stumbled across, 45 Days to Awakening and perfectly okay in the middle of the second Corona COVID lockdown. So I stumbled into this, what I call my digital Sangha. Yeah. And it was great to find those people. And it's really great what is possible online. I think that's quite fascinating. I mean, meditation in groups online is quite effective. But then at some point I thought, yes, but still coming together in the world is more than that. And so
yeah.
I try to offer something in that direction.
Yeah, I mean, that's very amazing. And I totally agree. I mean, online is just convenient. We can do this, we can implement it in our everyday life, right? So it's very convenient. We don't have to travel far to receive the energies or talks and other spiritual teachings. But of course, meeting in person is a next level because there is the social aspect. You make friends, you have amazing conversations, and often it's not just friends for the event, but friends for a longer time. And
Yes.
then you exchange information and stuff like that. So it's yeah. I've been to many retreats before and also hosted some, and it was always absolutely amazing. So I really enjoy the in-person aspect. Yes.
Yeah, and I think, like the online meditations are a session. If you come together at a place, it is a journey, beginning with the actual journey. I mean, like last year when I did the Sinking In Festival for the first time, I was so shocked really from where all people came. I mean, from Sweden and Norway, from the States, from England, from France, yeah, from
Cool.
South Africa.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
one person flew in from Costa Rica. And then, already this experience of traveling to this castle in the middle of nowhere in Germany already slows you down and somehow prepares you then for the experience. And then really having time together is very helpful, I would say. And not just practicing, but hanging out together, getting to know each other. Then maybe one-on-one sessions happen spontaneously or so. I
Yeah.
think, that it has another depth.
Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to experience this year. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So how did it come that you started this? I mean, you were not originally a energy healer, I guess. Or
No.
you were originally, but you didn't
I didn't
didn't do
know.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. So through my own meditation practice, um, this basically opened up. So energy started to come in. I'm a channel for energy, so they started to come in, and I got this impulse to start working with people, and this is
hmm
what I did. And
hmm
from that, everything evolved from there. So it was a learning by doing process, and it's just opening up more, expanding more possibilities are showing up. Yeah. So
And I mean, you would uh, see yourself mostly as a healer, or also a transformer.
yeah. So basically, what the energies are doing that are coming in, they help to transform the system so that so the system is the body and the energy body, that your system works in a more optimum way, so that it's more open, more expanded, that life energy can flow through your system a lot more, because often systems are very tight.
Yes.
And also the energies help to clear blockages, karmic imprints, past life influences, this life, traumatic experience, and so forth, and low vibrational energies out of the system, so that the system gets lighter. The vibration rises over time. And what that means is that, first of all, how you feel changes, and how your life manifest changes as well over time when you raise your vibration. Um, yeah, so it's a transformative process, and I basically assist with the healing. So I do this as well. But the
hmm
energies do the main work. I assist the energies, and there's often also like information coming through, wisdom and so forth. And I read the energies and then I share it with people.
hmm
Yeah.
hmm I mean, the um, coming together with people uh, in this energy healing requires a lot of trust, but also then a lot of silence and peace, actually, would you say? Yeah. I mean, people, when I joined your session recently, and I mean, they are very trustful towards you, I thought.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a thing. You come to the session and it's an experience, right? You experience the energies, and the energies that are coming through, they're very clear.
hmm
And this is what people experience. There is
Yeah.
there's nothing in it that feels weird or it's off or something like that. It's very clear, it's very direct, it's high vibrational divine light coming in. They feel great afterwards, they feel elevated, and on this level we can only go with how we feel. And also it kind of it works on the heart level, those energies, so that you can have more access to your intuition. And this is all, you connect to that from your intuition. Does it resonate with me or doesn't it resonate with me? And if it does, people come back, and yeah, many come back, and they
hmm
see the outcome in their everyday life experience. They see that there is more peace and that there is more silence in their system behind. We have the human in the forefront. There is a lot going on, There's a lot of energies flowing all the time, emotions, thoughts, you know. But this brings people more to their true nature, this work. So what's behind the human? And there is silence, there is peace, and there is, of course, the trust in life is there as well, and a lot more. So it's a coming back to what you are, basically, a returning back. Yeah.
So this year's Thinking Impact, really, you know, I gave it a motto or an intention, which is the gentle power of peace. Because I found that so fascinating that, you know, there's all this turbulence going on in the world, you know, apparently. I mean, when you look in the media, woo, terrible. And the funny thing is that somehow I don't experience it. I mean, I see it, but within myself, there is no turbulence. This
Yeah.
is, yeah, I mean, what simply can happen if you do that kind of work, that at some point the peace within yourself becomes like the natural state.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And the turbulence, you know, it only, like when you read the news and newspaper, television and stuff like that, and you see what's happening out in this world, and you find resonance in your system, and you feel down or you feel fearful and so forth. It's just because there are still energies in your system that need to healing and clearing, so that you can feel that peace all the time, that it's there all the time. It always, everything has to happen within us. We can of course help and change stuff on the outside, but really it has to happen within us, because if it does, we experience this inner peace and the silence. And also at the same time, we're raising our vibration, and we help to raise the vibration of the collective consciousness. And this means also more peace and silence for everybody around us. And
Yeah.
on top of this, there is the joy of existence. So there is peace and silence. And then the next phase is the joy that comes in by just being here and living this life. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Every Sunday, you know, I do this group awareness exercise, and we do it with peace. So for 1 hour, going in circles, we talk about peace, how it shows up right at that moment. And what I find out is, you know, peace in itself is non-dual. This inside-outside differentiation makes really not so much sense with peace. So meaning it's very difficult to be in peace within yourself if 5 meters next to you somebody is torturing his dog, for example. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if peace is setting in a situation or in a moment or in the world, then there is peace. There is no borders, there is no opposites.
Yeah. So you mean you experience peace within and without? Yeah. Mm-hmm. In all areas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, if you have like peace negotiations, like in the real world, or within yourself, yeah, like I had a period, like I had decades of war within myself, and then I had a period where I had like peace negotiations with myself. There you still have opposites in a negotiating period, but once there is peace, then there is peace. That's at least how I experience it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The thing is, what we experience within, this is how it reflects. I mean, we talk about the outside, you know, because we have the vessel and then we look outside in this world, right? So this is, yeah, to explain it in an easier way. So everything we experience within, we also experience on the outside. It manifests on the outside. And this is also what you said before. There's a lot going on in the world, but you're not experiencing it because you're just in a different vibration. And we always manifest from the vibration where we are in. And yes, there is stuff going on, but then it's not in your reality. And people often also mistake what's happening outside in the world. They connect to this information, but in general, it's really about what do I experience in my everyday life experience?
Yes.
What's manifesting every day? And this is what this is about. It's not about other countries, other people, politics, and these things in other countries and so forth. It's really about what's here
Yeah.
in the present moment.
And you know, for example, when it then comes to compassion, once the suffering is in my life, then that is the moment for compassion. If there is a suffering person next to me also, then that is a moment where I can do something about it, and then I can be a messenger of healing and of peace and so on. But what we're doing is basically we drag it from the outside into our lives, or when it comes to media, it's getting pushed into our everyday experience, which normally wouldn't be there. And so
Yeah.
I think creating islands or worlds within the world that follow a different logic or laws of movement is really very important.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, but the thing is, if you are, not you, but everybody, like we all, work on our systems, heal and clear the system so that there are no low vibration energies anymore. First of all, if we hear the news, it doesn't do anything to us. Like there is nothing being triggered. There are no low vibrational energies being triggered. This is the first thing. And also, most of the time, then we just don't have access to news anymore. Like it doesn't come into our reality anymore. This is the
Although,
thing,
yeah,
you know? If it's
yeah,
not like we can only connect to vibrations that we are experiencing in our system, and if it's not there, it's basically it's like as if it doesn't exist.
mhm,
Yeah.
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 Like I'm, for example, because like I confront myself with terrible things happening from time to time, because I also don't want to be just ignorant of it or say la la la, it's not there, it's not happening, or something like this. But I think that's really the thing. Like the one thing would be to split it off, just pretend it's not there. The other extreme would be just to let yourself being sucked into it completely and be dominated by it and identifying with it. And so I see it more like as like working through this energy too, in a sense maybe of shadow work.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically when I talk about healing and clearing the system, this would be also, you can call it shadow work. What is in my system? Which energies are being triggered when I see this information or hear this information? And then looking at the own fears and the low
Yeah.
vibration energies, fear, anxiety, anger, resistance to life, and so forth. Yeah. And then, behind the human, so we have the human, here in this incarnation, and then we are also the absolute, right? So we are all that exists. And when we connect to that, in there is just silence, there is only peace, there is no low vibrational energies.
Mhm.
And we can bring these aspects of the true nature already into our human experience more and more, that we have like we come closer to our true nature, but already in the human life experience. And this is what I call optimizing the system. So this would be part of having inner peace there all the time, or most of the time at least,
Right.
and then coming into the present moment and really living in the present moment and experience all life there, and being conscious that there's nothing out, like there's no past and future, it's just something our system creates. Everything happens now, and this is
Mhm.
really what counts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so having a beautiful now is so important. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
deciding, like you have a beautiful view there and a not so nice view there. Then look there where the beautiful view is. Yeah, like this.
Yeah,
I mean, just I mean,
exactly. Where
pimping.
you where we put our attention, of course.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
definitely, definitely. Yeah.
So I think we should at this point maybe explain a little bit more about the Thinking In Festival for your community, given that it's the second edition only of this event, and I think most people will not have heard about it probably before it now turns out that you are coming. So as I said, it's from July 14th to July 20th this year. And it's in Weitersroda Castle. And this is like, if you have a map of Germany, it's like directly in the middle of it. And it is a English language event. It's 7 days from Monday to Sunday, but there's also 5-day and 3-day passes available. The website is thinking-in-festival.de. for Deutschland. Yeah, and I always say, you know, it's basically a mixture or a hybrid between a meditation boot camp and a hippie festival. So, you know, on the one hand, it's really that we are practicing a lot, and we are mostly really practicing, meaning not talking about concepts of enlightenment or awakening or whatever. It's not that we have many talks. There are also talks about trauma healing also, but mostly it's really practicing together in different ways. You know, there's Sanjay Manchanda coming, a Indian American therapist, meditation teacher, and computer scientist. And he, by the way, will also have 5 helmets with him. He will bring 5 helmets that are photo, bionic, whatever. They enhance something in the brain.
Okay,
I'm not good with natural sciences at all.
that sounds interesting.
And you know, the name giving technique of sinking in mostly means fully letting your attention sink deeper and deeper into what is.
Beautiful, yeah.
And Eric Unger, who's also coming, he once said, enlightenment is 99% relaxation. You
Yeah,
know, giving up resistance, letting
surrender.
you surrender.
Surrender,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
And so for this also, I think it's very good to have a very safe place. And so this castle is really very quiet, and there's many very good trees, which for me always was the most important thing about the whole place. And it has a 550-year-old history, which is also, you know, giving you some grounding. Yeah, and apart from that, there will also be enough space to just meet and talk and, you know, walk in the forest, just sit at the fireside, and just experience our energies, yeah, fully.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is really the idea behind it, and yeah, I'm very happy that you're coming. So you have an idea what you will offer? What was the name of the session? You sent it to me, but I don't have it in my head right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so far we discussed I will be there for 3 days and I will offer 2 sessions a day. One will be a energy healing session, but it's more like what I do is so I will give the session a name. I guess you will put it on your website, but
Yes.
it's really the group makes the session. Like the energies come in and they're coming in and giving the group and every individual exactly what they need. So it's very individualized. So I never know before. I can give it a framework, but it's really every session is very different. But I do energy work and it's going to be an experience, like I said, sinking into the experience. There's also information for the mind, but mostly it's experience for the whole being. And then I will also offer 3 sessions of darshan with classical music in the background. And darshan is energy transmission through the eyes. So I do it for the group and then also for individuals, so one person after the other, because transmitting spiritual energy through the eyes is the most direct way, because you know there is the direct pathway to the soul. There is like no resistance, there is no closed down system, and the system can be closed down and so forth, but through the eyes there's just openness to the soul. And then when I transmit these energies, they come directly to the soul, and then you can see the absolute and you can remember who you are, and they are very, very powerful. So yeah, so 3 of them I will
And you
offer.
use classical music?
Yes, I use classical music in the
Fantastic.
background.
That's
Yes.
fantastic. I was here yesterday in Munich in a concert with my brother. We heard the Requiem by Giuseppe Verdi.
Okay, beautiful.
So I'm very happy to hear this. And by the way, also there will be a kirtan at the Sinking In Festival. You know, with Hinduist and Buddhist mantras and so on. So there will also be music at the Sinking In Festival. There's Pernilla, she's doing a session called Sinking Into the Night every evening, which is, you know, a mixture of meditation, yoga, self-massage and all kinds of, you know, she's a very special person. I mean, she was basically born enlightened already.
Okay, wow.
You know,
Yeah.
which is always quite special if you meet people like that. Yeah, so that, and I also like very much that you mostly develop the session out of the moment, as I understand it, right?
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
think that is really, yeah, that's the truest way, I think, to do it in a way, to also to leave it to the field to some extent. What
Yeah,
the
I mean,
yeah,
this is all I do basically, you know. I allow the energies to come in, I channel them, and then we'll see what happens. So I only work like that.
yeah,
Yeah, at all times. Yeah.
yeah, perfect, cool. Yeah, so, and also accommodation for people who are interested in coming is possible also inside the castle. And there's also like hostels or stuff around the place in Hilsburghausen, which is a little city. And if people who are particularly interested in you, Eva, have listened carefully, you will be there from
Thursday
Thursday
to Sunday.
to Sunday.
Mhm.
So if people want to check their schedules, that would be probably 16th, 17th, July 17th to 20th or something.
No, sorry, it's Thursday. So I will be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 3 days.
Yes.
Thursday,
Yeah.
Saturday, yeah, till
Yes.
Saturday. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Right. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cool. Perfect. So very
Yeah.
nice speaking to you here. Looking very much forward to see you at Weitersroda Castle.
Yeah, I'm also very much looking forward to this event. And again, thank you for inviting me. It's gonna be very
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I always when you're thanking me, you know, because I'm so grateful that you are coming. So, but that's exactly how it should be, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
gratitude on all sides. Everybody's happy, and people
Yeah.
coming together.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I have a question. So when people have questions, they can just email you and you reply or how? Yeah.
Yes, yes. I think the best. So first of all, there is the website thinking-in.de. Also, we will do a Q&A session in, let's say, 2-3 weeks or so. Before that, because I have another big festival with 2,000 people that's coming up in 3 weeks. So after that, I have more focus than 100% for the Thinking In. But you will do a Q&A session also. And maybe you can, I will just put my email in the video description, or you put the email
On
to
my
your
website. Yeah, yeah.
to your
I put
people.
the event on my website. Mhm.
So if people have questions, they can also contact me directly. That's the best way, really, to, you know, get the answer quickly.
Amazing. Great.
Yeah.
And what we haven't talked about, so there is food
Yes.
in the castle as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. We have a kitchen team.
amazing.
It's vegetarian food, obviously. And so maybe about the location. So it's a castle from 1478. And also there is a little church from 1792, which we can also use as a room to practice. There's like the attic of the stable of the horse place that we also use. And you know, there is like 5 hectares, so 50,000 square meters of land. And for the first time this year, I will introduce my park.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Okay.
quite a park as I imagine it in the future. You know, there's no water fountains and stuff. That will also all happen later.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's beautiful nature, and I mow trails into it so that you can walk there. And there is a number of trees that are very good for meditating, sitting in the tree, on the tree, at the tree,
Okay.
and
Wow.
so on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, and given that the intention is to generate or increase or strengthen the gentle power of peace, I think trees are the perfect teachers.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's
They have beautiful energy. Yeah,
very,
definitely.
very powerful, very peaceful, very grounded
Yeah.
in the earth, and the head up in the sky in a beautiful way. So I think trees are very, very good if you want to find out about how to generate peace. Yes.
Sounds beautiful. Sounds beautiful.
Eva, hey, it's so nice speaking to you. See you soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, greetings to your how do you call them? Friends, followers, whatever, who are seeing this now, and maybe some of you are coming to the Sinking In Festival at Weitersroda Castle too.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. Thank you, Florian. It was amazing talking to you.
Cool.
And I will, yeah, share this with my community. So thank you very much.
Have a beautiful evening.
You too. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.